Some of you thought it would never come, but here it is.
Indeed, we do deliver. HPD. It looks like they're going to stick to their guns. Both teams going with their original setups, and I can't say that I blame them. Bring your A game to the finals, and that's exactly what they're going to do. This should be an excellent matchup. What we're looking for here on Dalaran is, of course, early control in Tsukiyomi, so he can't get away. Coilmaster are going to try to play a lot of defense and peel for him, but we've seen in the past that you can't really keep Veeks off of a target he wants to be on. So expect Veeks to probably be locking out Tsukiyomi unless he gets an opportunity to burst an undefended Coilmaster. And I'd say they might make a swap to Camu, but we've talked about Camu and his positioning, and I really just don't see that happening. So what are you looking for here, Rob, realistically?
I'm looking for some World of Warcraft.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for, and it's looking like we're going to have that Valwrath moving into the center of the Dalaran sewers. Lots of pressure very early. We see them getting onto Coilmaster.
Yep, and actually that's because Tsukiyomi didn't make himself available, but now you see him swap right over to him. So they're going to try to train him into the boxes in an early Arcane Torrent. Tsukiyomi dipping dangerously low.
Oh, that was so close. All the feigned deaths have really been juking the crowd.
Awesome peel.
See deterrence pop. Coilmaster and Camu both getting very low. Camu forced
Shattering
to pop a bubble.
And they're back on, and this could be a big kill for them if they can. Oh, if they could just make this happen. And Veeks was telling me to look for it. Camu dips low into an AMZ defense for him, and he will barely manage to stay alive. What a great grip down.
But he only has 8,000 HP left. TSG still keeping the pressure on, forcing down Camu into a death. Congratulations, TSG. They are just about to take that first round victory over Shipit.
Veeks doing serious work.
Wow.
Making it happen over there with a shattering throw. Tsukiyomi couldn't even get back up above half, and Camu was scrambling the latter half of that match.
So pumped. So much energy over that first match.
A grip
great
by
job by
Valwrath.
TSG.
Valwrath bringing Camu down to go for that burst to set up that throw. Awesome. That's what we wanted to see. By Veeks in on Coil to lock him down, get him an early hamstring, and then Tsukiyomi comes up over the lip of the stairs, and he's immediately on them. Lots of pressure early on, spikes him to 50%, and that's when they saw the opening for Camu. That's when Valwrath went down and set it up. So they're going to have an easier time doing the exact same thing, but of course Shipit's not going to let them do the exact same thing. So it's going to take a lot of finesse on Shipit's part to avoid a situation where they're just gripped into a Blade Storm. They're going to have to play much better positioning than they did there on Dalaran.
Especially, just avoiding a situation that your opponents have so clearly thought out is always going to be difficult. I mean, World of Warcraft Arena really is all about staying one step ahead of your opponents, not only in team comp, but in strategies.
Right, and taking advantage of the environment is a huge deal, especially for healers. Staying out of line of sight of things like grips and stuns, silences, etc. Pretty much any crowd control is at the very core of arena gameplay, and there's just not that much line of sight on this map.
So as you can see, they are being raised into the Ring of Valor. Battle's just about to begin. We'll see who Valwrath's aiming after. He's going to be going for Camu early. Maybe they're going to be sticking for the same strategy. We do see that Freedom used very early onto Coilmaster from Camu. Man, Valwrath getting pulled in. Oh, Hungry and Cold. Sup?
Awesome Hungry and Cold early on. One of the matches we saw them win the fastest was an earlier Hungry and Cold, and they
Zilia
changed
and
the
Tsukiyomi
pace.
are both getting pressured very hard. Zilia down only 5,000 HP, forced into a bubble. Tsukiyomi, meanwhile, forced to pop deterrence and a switch over onto Camu. Right now, it's not looking too good for Shipit. Camu's probably going to need to bubble. Yes, there he goes. He is going to be pumping heals onto his teammates, trying to heal up Tsukiyomi and himself as fast as possible. They really need to get back on the offensive.
Yeah, and Tsukiyomi's got chains on him. He's sitting on DPS damage from both. He saw an Avenger Shield. Nice. Good swap up. And there's an AMZ for their defense. And Tsukiyomi's just going to have a great opportunity to get away here and throw some burst back on Zilia. They're going to go hard on him. He's trying to flash through it, but he's got a lot of damage on him. Goes right through that AMZ, and he is stuck.
Low. Zilia and Camu both getting low. Zilia goes down. Camu may go down.
Camu goes down as well.
Camu goes down as well. Tsukiyomi and Coilmaster versus Valwrath and Vive. We may see a lot of focus over here. They're trying to finish off Tsukiyomi to the best of their ability. He does deterrence away. Disengage away. He's not
last second disengage, and Valwrath's grip comes back up.
Oh.
Beautiful. Coilmaster, Hungry and Cold, just a second too late, and they locked down Veeks early on, but as soon as Valwrath's grip was back up, it was Tsukiyomi back on him for DPS. Nothing Coilmaster could do, but you could see how in a slightly different environment that defensive DK can be very, very important. Hungry and Cold late in a match could make all the difference. They just couldn't capitalize on it.
So Vive makes it out there, just barely 1,000 HP. TSG does take their second consecutive victory, now leading 2-0 over Shipit.
They're weaker maps in this setup, so to see them almost beat TSG on it speaks volumes. They could definitely come back and make this happen on nualrorann. Things could have gone much, much differently on nualrorann if they hadn't been in a good position to pull Camu down while Camu was already pressured. The exact same thing happened the second map. Camu was low, and Camu was low.
Right.
So Coilmaster is being taken out of the equation by Veeks, actually. Sure. Veeks is doing a lot of work onto Coilmaster very, very early on to make sure that he's not interfering with basically their focus, with their just train strategy of melee cleave. And it's working remarkably well. Coilmaster's having a very tough time keeping up, very tough time peeling, because everything's so centralized that when he gets a peel, it's just a charge away to get back on that target, or it's just a freedom away, or, you know, opposing DK can just grip his target back to him. So they're not working with a lot of mechanics that really give them a huge advantage because the other team has beautiful counters. And there's an early freedom onto Veeks. You see Veeks get over immediately onto Tsukiyomi, start doing some damage, but he's stuck in a trap, and he's probably going to eat, though. Nope, he's out of it. Freedomed out, or rather dispelled out. And there's a Hungering Cold, but it's not going to be of much use. Veeks is out almost immediately back onto Tsukiyomi. Zilia pressured. And Zilia just trying to run all the way down as far as
Zilia's getting pressured down pretty hard by Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi dipping very low, dangerously low at this point. He does get bopped, also has deterrence popped.
Yep, and Zilia's got his bubble on. Tsukiyomi pressured again. Coilmaster not in the best of positions, but he's got a Killing Machine proc. Let's see if he can actually save that and use it on something worthwhile. Coilmaster brought back up, and things are spread out very, very well. Zilia doesn't have much pressure on him. There we go. Coilmaster getting over to Zilia. I'm not sure if that Mind Freeze actually hit anything, but Cameo is getting dangerously low. Getting back over to him. He's sitting in a gnaw currently,
Cameo
taking
only
a lot of damage, spiking low, and he goes down!
But Zilia may go down as well. Zilia goes down. We have another 2v2 Vive and Valrath versus Coilmaster and Tsukiyomi. Valrath popping his AMZ.
Yep, Valrath throwing down an AMZ. They've got to know they're in a slightly advantageous position. Veeks, full rage, playing defensive, and he's back up. There's the shield wall. Good thing he had that left. Valrath looking a little low. Coilmaster, beautiful Hungry Cold. This is what I'm talking about. Hungry Cold, very, very useful late in a match. And now they can focus on Valrath.
Valrath taken down. However, Vive can still maybe do this. He has his sword and shield on. Oh, wow. Lots of damage to Vive. Vive is taken down. Great job by Shipit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Coilmaster finally got an awesome Hungering Cold off that actually turns the tide of the match. And things looked so, so grim for them. Both teams, I mean, neither really has a massive advantage here, and it's arguably a little bit better for the Cleave team because they don't have to worry about line of sight so much. They've got one grip mechanic and charge, and they can really stick to their target, whereas Tsukiyomi has to play kind of the guessing game as to where they're going to go and if they're going to switch, where to trap, and where to try to pull them through. And it kind of goes the same with Coilmaster. He's got to play around Tsukiyomi, and it's difficult to coordinate that on nualrorann. It just is.
So you're going to be following Zilia for a little bit. I assume the Shipit's going to be sticking with a relatively similar strategy, going to force Zilia into a bubble, try to control the team until Zilia's bubble wears off, and then try to pressure down Zilia once again.
True, but they haven't really been locking down Veeks too much. It's actually been Coilmaster taking a lot of blows here for that team coming from the melee side very, very early on. And I'm waiting for the charge again. There's the charge again in Coilmaster. He's immediately hamstrung. A nice grip. Good grip to early Hungering Cold, actually. Everyone's dispelled out of it, unfortunately. But there's both freedom on Veeks and Coilmaster. And he's just going to stick to Zilia hardcore. There's the scatter for a nice interrupt back into another white swing. Tsukiyomi getting dangerously low, however. Cameo pressured just a little bit. Well, I'd say more than a little bit by Valrath, actually, as he spikes down. Tsukiyomi down to half health.
He's in a lot of 5,000 HP. He does barely get bopped at the last second. Great job by Cameo. Cameo has now used his bubble, trying to keep up his teammates. Going to probably try to top off Coilmaster. Coilmaster is getting focused down. That is not good. All the way down to 12,000. Picked right back up to 17K.
But look at this. Coilmaster trying to peel for Tsukiyomi, trying to get over there and get Veeks off him, but fails miserably.
Tsukiyomi only has 3,000 HP remaining. This could be it for TSG. 5,000 back down to 2,000. Tsukiyomi possibly going down. Tsukiyomi barely goes down right before his disengage. Great job, TSG, just really pulling it through all of those rounds. Again, TSG takes Shipit 3-1 for the grand finals unless Shipit may pull through. Okay, Coilmaster down. A big congratulations to TSG.
Well played.
The world champions of the World of Warcraft Arena Tournament here at BlizzCon 2009.